Go ahead, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. Government officials in Latin American and Caribbean nations, Bahamas, Cayman Islands, have been saying that U.S. authorities are blocking the shipment of PPE in certain cases, and I'm wondering if you could speak to that as
Well, what
is
they're
the
doing,
cause?
we have a tremendous force out there, naval force, and we're blocking the shipment of drugs. So maybe what they're doing is stopping ships that they want to look. We're not blocking. What we're doing is we're making sure we don't want drugs in our country. And especially with the over 160 miles of wall, it's getting very hard to get through the border. They used to drive right through the border like they owned it, and in a certain way they did. They could drive right. They had human trafficking. They had, all of a sudden they have a powerful wall up, and they're not driving through that wall. That wall is tough, and it's also loaded up with equipment, cameras and sensors and everything you can think of. On top of that, we have drones flying back and forth over it. So it's a very powerful barrier between Mexico and the United States. A lot of people, though, what they're doing now is they're trying to come in through the waterways, whether it's the Gulf or the ocean itself. And what we're doing is we're being very tough, and we're being tough because of drugs and also human trafficking. And remember, the human trafficking is mostly females. It's mostly females. It's horrible, and what we're seeing is horrible. But you have we have a human trafficking problem worldwide, the likes of which, you think of it as an ancient thing. It's not ancient. It's bigger now than it's ever been before over the last 10 years because of the Internet. The Internet made human trafficking to the extent that it is now, which is massive. The Internet made it so big. So we have a big naval force that's stopping. So maybe when you mention that, maybe their ships are getting caught. But we are stopping a lot of ships, and we're finding a lot of drugs. Yeah, please.
Thank you, sir.